All right, everyone. So I'm here to talk to you about completing your first assignment. So here on the classical Greece page, as you can tell, if we scroll down a little bit, you will see the first assignment. Obviously, you are currently watching the video right now for the instructions. So you have clicked on number 1 and you've seen the first assignment. So after we're done, after you're done watching this video, you will go into to complete the Google quiz that is here. This Google quiz you can complete as you can see on this page itself. However, after you're done, you could submit it here. However, it might be a little bit easier for you to make this a little bit larger. So what you can do, whenever you have an assignment that's actually attached to a website like this, you will see this little arrow up in the upper right hand corner. If you click on that, it's going to open up a new window, and it kind of makes it a little bit larger for you, so a little bit more comfortable to work with. Again, after you're done, make sure that you click submit. Please, again, for this one, make sure that you read the directions. So it says here, answer the questions below to the best of your ability. I would like to see what you know, so be truthful. If you do not know the answer, then choose I do not know. Credit is still going to be received even if you click the I don't know, or if you get the wrong answer. If you'd like to give it a try, you're more than welcome to. I would like you to try to be more truthful than just kind of clicking random answers, though. So I want to get a feeling for how much you think you know about Greece, right? So if you don't know, just be honest and just say I don't know that one, and just kind of continue on. There's only 10 questions, so fairly quick kind of pre-test or pre-quiz for the course. As soon as you're done with that, it'll take you to a screen that says thank you for taking the quiz. It'll give you your score. It'll show you the correct answers, and then you can go ahead and close out of the tab. All right, once that quiz is complete, you're going to move on to part 3 of the assignment, and that is creating your own timeline. Obviously, once again, I don't recommend trying to work on it like this, but instead opening it up into a new tab. And here you go. So it'll bring up your Google Docs, and as you can see, there's a place to put your name, create a title, and this is probably the most important thing right here. So make your own copy of this document. So what you need to do in order to do that, it doesn't really matter. You're opening it up this way. You're probably not going to be able to edit it. I'm not exactly sure on your end if you're going to be able to edit this or not. And then you could save it as something else. But the easiest way is just a good thing to get into. It's just good practice to create your own copy, and then you can edit that copy as you wish. So we're going to go right up here to File, click, and come down to Make a Copy. So we click on that. It gives me an option to rename it, right? So I can call this O'Brien's Greek Timeline Assignment. And obviously you can save it wherever you would like in your Google Drive. So make sure that you select the correct place that you want to save it in. Perhaps creating a folder called World History or something like that. And then making sure that you share it with me after it's completed, but we can do that here a little bit later. So we click OK, and it's creating that new assignment here. So here we have my own copy, O'Brien's Greek Timeline Assignment. I can come in here and just write in my name and give it a title, right? So for your titles, you will definitely want to make it something that actually goes along with whatever subject that we're talking about, right? So you call it just something simple is fine. Greek timeline. You can be a little bit more creative than that. Once you see that, obviously you've already made your own copy of the document, right? So that's gone. This is where you're actually going to be creating your timeline itself. Okay, so we'll come back to that in just a second. Down at the bottom, you will see the dates that you need to place on your timeline. All right, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It looks like there's 20 of them, which I thought there was. Yep. So, okay, so in order to create your timeline, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this because we know our timeline's going here. I am going to, I think the easiest way to do this anyways, insert a drawing. All right, so we're going to create a drawing, and we're going to go to New, and it gives you this screen. And then what you can do from here is you can actually draw out your line, right? So I'm actually going to come up here. It gives you a few different options. There's text box. You can insert images. I'd rather you not use an image. I want you to actually build the timeline yourself. Different shapes that you can use. This is just your selection tool. And of course, this option here, the line tool, can give you other different types of things. So you can kind of scribble in or try and draw a straight line, but the easiest way, since we're dealing with a timeline, we need to be able to kind of have arrows on each side. So we're going to go ahead and draw an arrow, and I'll try and center it as best as I can, and try and keep it as straight as I can. Something like that. And then up here, it'll also tell you, okay, this is one line end. So on the right side, we have an arrow, right here. And then on the left side, there's nothing. It's just line start. So we can actually choose this and then choose what type of arrow we would like. Okay, so we can choose the same one. So that way we have an arrow at each side. From this point, you can create a thicker line if you would like. So I can increase this maybe up to 4, or that might be a little too thick. 3, that looks pretty good. And then from here, we can come in and start adding in little points, right? So I can draw a little line up. And we want to change these now. So we can probably have something like nothing on the area where it connects, and then at the top maybe have something like this. All right, so you can go through and you can draw as many of these as you want. The other option then is to let me delete that, is to just select it. You can Control C to copy it, and then just click Control V, and that'll give you another one, and you could just kind of place that. Control V, place that, Control V, place that, and you don't have to stick them all on one side, right? So we can actually take another one here, and rather than having it this way, I can grab it and rotate it around. Try and keep it fairly straight, and maybe stick it in between or something. Right, try and straighten it up. And then we can highlight it, Control C, Control V, and then continue adding in additional ones. However you would like to do this, you can be as creative as you would like. You can make little boxes. Obviously these might be a little bit too close because we also need to add in some information. So one of those things, which we can see, let's see, I'm just going to pick a random one down here. So if you need to look at your dates, we can just save and close. And then I can come down, look at my date. So maybe I'll just pick something, I guess the first one, right? 2000 BC, Minoans on Crete thrive. I can Control C that to copy that. Or you can also right click on it and then copy, however you'd like to copy. We're going to come back up, click on our image, click edit, and we're right back into where we were. So Control V. As you can tell, it's a little bit crunched. So I'm going to move it up a little bit. And one of the better things that you can do with this is you can offset them slightly. So I'll put the first one up here, and then I can take this and just make it taller. Obviously these like to snap to those little purple things, but so there we have our first one. Save and close. Probably want to clean this up a little bit just to make it look a little bit better. So we can come in and maybe extend it this way. Minoans. Grab this thing. There we go. Something like that, right? And then let's go grab another one. I'll have the second one here. The Mycenians. This is going to be our second one, so we'll edit that. Come back, grab this one. Can probably extend that a little bit more. And place that down here. And then what you can do is just, like I said, you can kind of stagger them a little bit. So you might have a short one and have your information in here, and then another tall one, another short one, or even, you know, one that might be a lot shorter. Whatever you need to do to get your information in creating your timeline. Try and keep it as clean as possible. Once you're happy with it and it looks the way that you would like, again, you can also use different colors. So we can come in, I can select this one and be like, okay, that's one that really stands out, and I like it, you know, so I can make it red or some other color that stands out or sticks out a little bit. You could also, instead of having this, you could probably put something a little bit different. So there's a lot of different options you can play around with, and just have fun with it a little bit and try and figure out something that you like. Try and keep it nice and clean, and make it look semi-professional. As soon as you're done with your timeline, obviously we click Save and Close, and we need it to fit up here where it's supposed to. So if you need to, you might need to shrink it just a bit. I could probably get rid of some of these additional spaces that are in here. There we go. And we can also extend. So we have this in there. We do not, after you're done, this does not need to be here anymore, because all this information is going to be up here on your timeline. And so this would all be gone. Delete. There we go. And then we can also actually extend it down a little bit more now that we have a little bit more page room down here. So that'll also kind of fix that stretching a little bit. So take as much room as you need on the paper. And there you have it. You have your timeline assignment completed. Everything's in. As soon as you have everything in, you will share with me. So you can just click on share. And then you would share with, all right, thank you. You will share it with me at this email address right here. So you just need to look up D. O'Brien, and you'll see this little Saturn image come up, and that's the one that you want to send it to. And then just click done, and you've shared it with me, and your assignment has been completed. Going back to this one. So that is the first assignment for Classical Greece. As we move on through the course, We're going to be adding some additional slideshows and stuff down beneath. Here you can also find your notes for the course, or for the topic anyways, for the class, this unit. And there's also going to be some narrated versions of the slideshow split up into multiple parts. All right, so that is your instructions for your first assignment. Good luck, and have a great day.